Collective. Let's get into a twin flame reading. Keep an open mind. This can resonate no matter your sign. My eardrum's fluttering. Some of you need to cut down on your caffeine. Some of you, I just heard energy drinks as well. Some of you also have been significantly stressed here recently, which could be causing things that you have not noticed, like weird sleep patterns. Maybe you're forgetting things that you usually wouldn't forget. Things like that could be happening for you here coming up. So keep that in mind. Could be in your best interest to make sure that you are staying hydrated, you're getting a lot of sleep, you're resting, and that your self-care is a focus. So let's dig into the twin flame energy. If there is an extended, you can find it down below in the comment section. I'll always have them on Patreon if you want to become a monthly member, or you can find it individually at Gumroad. All right. Let's see. Twin flame energy. Somebody could be a night owl. I'm seeing a bat. Somebody could have the tendency to want to stay up really late at night, or that could just be when they really come out. Okay. So I am saying that this person is unavailable. Some of you, this is going to be emotionally. For some of you, this is going to be physically. In the current moment, this person is teaching you a significant life lesson. My ear is starting to flutter like crazy. It could stress some of you out, what you're learning with this person. For some of you, your twin flame doesn't want to talk to you because you affect them more than they like. This person could feel very empty, and when they're around you, when they talk to you, when they see you, when they run into you, when they hear your voice, it really affects them. I am saying that after some time, this person could come in and want a second chance. I'm saying that they're saying if it's something that you want, that it deserves it. But I'm also saying that this person, again, has unavailable tendencies. They might not want to understand you in the way that would be beneficial for you to have a healthy relationship. They might have the tendency to fight against compromising, fighting against changing. So for some of you, that is a lesson that you're learning here, is at the end of the day, the relationship you're willing to accept or settle for is the relationship you're gonna get. So if you're constantly asking someone to change something or to love you better or love you differently and they don't, at what point are you going to say, okay, maybe you're not capable of loving me the way that I need to be loved. I need someone who's patient, kind, and shows the fuck up, and you're doing everything but any of that. That could be what this person's teaching you. Not because you're supposed to be separate, but because you got to learn how to set boundaries and recognize when someone's bringing what you deserve and when they're not. For a lot of you, this twin flame journey is teaching you self-respect. It's teaching you self-love. This person could be feeling overwhelmed because they feel like you've lost faith in them and that you can't see them in your future anymore. And that could be something that overwhelms them. That could also be something that they are trying to distract themselves from thinking about. But it's kind of like the thought that stays in the back of their mind. I know you've lost faith in me. I know you don't see me in your future anymore, and that fucks with me. That's how this person feels. They're at a place where they're trying to detach from this relationship because they don't want to feel any emotion. I don't want to feel anything. So for some of you, this person could be drowning out their emotions and their thoughts in more ways than one. How's this person feeling for you? So in the next few months, some of you are going to get this person coming back and desiring to start up something new. So that's your fair warning, okay? Feeling like they have a lot of desire to have a new beginning with you. Feeling like they would be open to offering a night's cup of love. Again, that could be the unavailable. What do you think that you deserve? Do you want children? Do you want to get married? Do you want to share money? Do you want to travel with someone? What do you have on your I want list? because this person with the Knight of Cups reminds me of the teenagers, okay? What you gonna get from your teenager? If you have a 16-year-old, you know more than anything, you probably gonna get the bill for dinner. You probably gonna get the gas bill. You probably gonna get 10 phone calls in a day because they need to know what a social security number is and whether or not they're a US citizen. That's what I'm getting with this person. But what happens when teenagers no longer need you? They gone. When they with their friends, they might not pick up the phone. When they with their friends, they might not even act like you at that football field with them. The love from a teenager can be ebb and flow. And sometimes it can feel like your teenager don't love you, don't care about you, don't even want to be around you. That could be something that takes place here. This person could love like a teenager. They could love you when they love you, but they can also ignore the hell out of you when they don't want nothing to do with you. And that could be a problem that you're going to notice in this relationship, okay? So again, I see that they could come back within the next few months. I don't want those. I want to see how they view you. They view you as a relationship that they want to heal. So they do see you as someone where you got the kind of bond that no matter the time, no matter the distance, no matter the space, I won't forget you, you won't forget me. I'm hearing the song, I'm gonna remember you, you gonna remember me. But that could be something that kind of scares them. How do they, see, and this person could have the tendency to hide their fear by approaching you very quickly, very passionately. And some of you could feel that that's all that this person wants. The problem here is that this person is scared of emotional fulfillment and completing a cycle and getting into something and being very emotionally open and vulnerable and giving. This person is scared to give someone the opportunity or the ability to tear them apart. So they beat around the choice. How do they view you? They could view you as someone who communicated some sort of truth or clarity. They could view you as someone who took action towards a new beginning. They could view you as someone who isn't necessarily moving on. That's going to be for some of you. They could view you as someone who isn't moving on and who's trying to control the situation or get what they want. But you could have gotten clarity that they had their heart chakra blocked because they could have been confusing. So they view you as someone who might not be dealing with their shit, but you also haven't necessarily completely threw them off the edge of the cliff and said enough is enough. They view you as someone that if they picked up the phone right this moment, you would probably answer. You'd probably be a little guarded and your poker face would be superb, but they also view you as someone who would absolutely answer the phone. I know you would, because I still have a soft spot in your heart. But what I'm seeing is that when this person approaches you, they approach you in a way where it's all about passion. It's about lust. I've got a lot of lust cards and I've got a lot of knights, okay? This person could want to communicate about some sort of change or transformation. Whether this is a change or a transformation you brought, a change or a transformation they brought, or the relationship could have changed, transformed, and evolved naturally. So they could want to come in and say, hey, you remember when we used to be close? Whatever happened to that? And you could say, well, I got tired of being confused, so I'll close the door. They are going to want to have some sort of conversation about a change, something that they find confusing. What did you mean when you said that? This could be, again, around a choice that ended up making or breaking this relationship. This could be the choice for you to move on. This could be the choice that they made to move on. This could be the choice where you were like, okay, I'm going to read between the lines. And when I read between the lines, this is what I recognize. They could now want to come in and go, why did you read between the lines? And why did you assume that I stood you up? Why did you assume that I didn't want to be around you? That could be something that this person wants to do. Now, Here's the thing though. Even when they do that, you need to recognize that this person does have the tendency to avoid certain conversations or choices, and that this person ultimately does have the type of personality where it's one for one and one for all. So who matters the most? Them. Again, I think that they're going to try to make a choice from love to clear up any confusion or illusion. But then you guys could get in that sticky situation of like passion. Yes. And you could have changed your perspective around that. You could change your perspective around this person and what you deem it to be. I'm seeing here coming up that if you guys do have a conversation, someone's going to end up disappointed. Because I'm seeing it being blocked. So if this person thinks that something small is going to get them what they want, I see it being blocked. If you think that reaching out to this person and pulling the, hey, how have you been? You're going to get your feelings hurt because they might entertain you, but you're going to quickly realize that they want one thing and one thing only. Some of you are going to see this person eventually as someone who's very controlling and someone who is stuck. And it's going to be an energy of, I can't help you until you help yourself. A lot of you are also going to get clarity around this person that they have blocked their heart chakra off and they have no interest in opening it back up. Now, again, they could want to have a conversation with you to clear up some sort of confusion. It could happen within the next 7 hours, 7 days, or 7 weeks, or it could happen in the month of July. This person's going to come off as someone who's really happy. They have no problems, but they're deep down going to be afraid inside. Afraid to figure out what's going to happen, afraid to hear your answer, afraid to hear... For some of you, they want to know if you're dating or what you're up to, and they could be afraid to hear that. Do you have another lover in your life? Have you changed and transformed? Are you building a home with someone? Yeah, and they could be afraid. Afraid that they were playing games, that they've been playing dumb because it worked in their advantage, and now it's not working because you've realized what they're up to. You've realized that their confusion is a power play. So what do they want when they come back? And let's wrap this baby up. I was going to extend it, but I'm not. What do they want when they come back? They're going to want to be able to choose a path. They're going to want to give this one more shot. They're going to take a leap or a risk. What does that look like? It looks like them trying to heal some sort of sadness and disappointment. But I also see that even when they take a leap towards you, there is still going to be something that they needed to heal over. They needed to get over, and they're still not quite over it. If this is finances, this person might want to approach you, but the first thing that's going to get dropped like a hot rock is going to be you, because their finances are their priority, period, point blank. If this is something where it's like this person's been letting go of third parties or karmics or a marriage or a career or a family situation, they're going to want to come in and take a leap towards you. However, they're still not fully over something. They're still in the midst of healing. I see you guys being unsure whether or not you want to let this back into your life. I see it coming in very quickly. Almost so quickly that it's going to make you a little uncomfortable. I see you connecting with your intuition and asking, what is this going to get me? And a lot of you are going to recognize that there's a lot of things that you don't know, a lot of things that have not been spoken about. And you're going to feel more called to, a lot of you are going to feel more called to end this. Because you want something stable. You want something consistent. Some of you want marriage. You want someone who aligns with you when it comes to your values and your morals. And again, it's like this person, not only are they slow walking this, but they want you to think that they're confused when they're actually not confused. They're just, again, slow walking it, using it to their advantage. I think when you and this person has this conversation, you're going to be able to tell that this person how they feel on the inside and how they show up are two different things. You know that this person's hiding stuff from you. This person and you are going to have really in-depth conversations. And I think you're going to be really honest. You're going to say, listen, this is how I see it. I see you as someone who wants what they want. You're in it for a good time, not a long time. You're all about indulgence. If I get what I want, I'll take it. And if you don't have anything that I want, I'm gone. I want someone who doesn't make me lose sleep at night. I want someone who doesn't make me anxious, who doesn't make me worried on whether or not they're going to show up or whether or not they're going to actually do what they said they're going to do. I'm tired of being confused. And be confused. If you don't know how you feel, that's fine. If you have a hard time saying it, that's fine. But just know that I don't. And the confusion enough for me gives me an answer. It gives me a choice. And when it comes to logically, you're inconsistent. You're in and out. You're unsure. And that within itself burdens me. And I shouldn't invest in a relationship or in a partner who's constantly burdening me. You know, relationships aren't perfect, but if your partner or the person that claims to love you or that you love does everything that they can to make it hell, recognize that that is their internal battle and that you don't have to sign up for that unless you want. Why sign up to get on someone's life of emotional roller coaster if you don't like roller coasters? That is their life path. That is their choice. That's what I'm seeing here. I think a lot of you are going to decide that this person's not for you and that this person has a tendency to hide things because they feel like it makes them strong. They feel like it makes them powerful. And I think you're also going to give a message of bad news about what emotional fulfillment looks like for you. And for a lot of you, if you really sit down and you go, what do I want in a partner? Everything that this person is everything that you don't want. You want someone who is stable. You want someone who is a good husband or wife, who is able to step up. Heaven forbid you have surgery tomorrow. Don't you want a partner who's going to be able to take care of the home, take care of the kids, take care of the animals, take care of stuff? Or do you want a partner where you call them and not only do they not answer, you don't know where they're at and they're keeping you confused? Because that's what I'm seeing with this person. I'm seeing that there's an opportunity for a second chance, but I'm seeing ultimately that when you really sit back and you ask yourself those hard questions, everything you want in a partner, they might be capable of being it, but are they it? In this moment, are they it? You want a stable partner, or are they showing up as stability for you? You want someone who shows you that they're dedicated to you and they really like you and care about you? Are they showing you that? Now, for a lot of you, they're going to come back in. But I think at that point, you have gotten to a place where you're kind of losing faith. Show me or get out of my way. It's that simple. And I think for a lot of you, you're going to decide to move on away from this person because your intuition is telling you that even when this person's honest, they're not honest. This is the person who tells you little nuggets of truth because you wanted to know the truth. I'm not going to tell you everything, but I'll tell you a little bit of nuggets, and I'm going to keep some of it out. But I didn't lie. I just didn't tell you everything. That's this person's energy. And I think you need to recognize that, again, this person could have the tendency to move forward and then stop and then get stuck in analysis paralysis or feel like, oh, well, I can't move on. I can't move forward. This is me being in control, is being stubborn and not moving and not changing my mind and not changing my perspective. I would argue the best people in life are the ones who can go with the flow and recognize when they're wrong and they're okay with being wrong. This person is not that person though. So I am saying that if you want this second chance, you can have it. But for a lot of you, it's going to set you back. It isn't going to push you forward. And I mean, it's up to you. If you want to be in it, you can. Yeah, there's a deep emotional bond between us that I cannot explain. And that could be the lesson here for both of you, is you can have a bond with someone, but how does that bond make you feel? How does that bond make you feel? Does it make you feel valued? Does it make you feel loved? Does it make you feel seen and heard? Because if you've got a bond with someone and it makes you feel like crap and it makes you feel like you're only worth abandoning or you're not worth showing up or you're not worth picking up the phone, you can sit here all day and go, but it doesn't affect me. Eventually it will though. And that could be something else this is teaching you, is you can have a bond with someone, but how do they treat that bond? Do you want to buy a car from someone who bought a car that was brand new and treated it like shit? It's the same for a relationship. I think you are helping this person, though. You're helping them heal parts of them they never thought would heal. You're helping them see why you affect them so much. Another problem this person has is that instead of being vulnerable, they would rather suffer. And that's not relationship material, because if one part of the unit suffers, you all suffer. When I envision a future partner, I think of you, but I'm worried that the fantasy life I've made up cannot be reality. They are trying to build up the courage to approach you. A lot of you, this person just wants you to know that you have helped heal them and you're making them become a better version of themselves. But again, it might not be the version of them that they need to be with you. And a lot of people think that the twin flame journey is about being in union and being in love with one another and having all of that. But the twin flame journey is really about triggering one another on a deep, deep level for you to see issues and patterns that you were not able to see before. And twin flames can trigger you so deep that it's like nothing you've ever experienced. All right, so I'm going to leave this here and I'll see you soon. Have a blessed day.